Vinny said that he doesn't think that he should show up to inauguration. Totally disagree. What kind of show of weakness would it be not to show up to your inauguration? I think Trump has the biggest balls in politics. I think he has the greatest comeback.
Until he gets murdered.
So, Vinny, have some balls. Relax.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a dumbass point of view.
Vinny, for the last time, let me talk, and then you can go and rant.
Patrick Bet David and his BizBro buddies on their podcast had a conversation about whether or not Donald Trump should attend his own inauguration. Luke Beasley on his show broke all this down. We're going to take a look at these clips from Patrick Bet David's show as well as Luke Beasley's show, and I will chime in with my thoughts on this as well. This is an entertaining one. I love to see these clownish figures on the right. Let's check this out together.
I think Trump is going to show up to inauguration because that's what he does. They told him, hey, don't go play golf because you might get shot. Did he go play golf? You bet you did. They said, hey, listen, next time you go give a speech, be in that enclosed glass.
So I don't even know who I'm supposed to side with here. Like, I guess Adam's saying Trump should go to the inauguration. I agree with that. Vinny's saying a bunch of crazy stuff, so I disagree with everything he's saying. But then Adam's also agreeing to some of the premises and saying whack stuff about Trump's balls. But I will say about Adam, he speaks like every word that he's saying is the most profound word that's ever been spoken. And he's just like, I'm nailing it. Let's keep watching.
They told him, hey, don't go play golf because you might get shot. Did he go play golf? You bet you did. They said, hey, listen, next time you go give a speech, be in that enclosed glass that we recommend that you do. And what happened the first time? A lady passed out, gets out of the glass and gives her some water. So Trump is gonna Trump. That's what we know. Now, the biggest question I have is the Secret Service taking notice to something like Dan Bongino says? Is the Secret Service taking notice to these threats that are apparently out there? I think they will. I think they should. And I think they need to be ready for anything. But I do think Trump is going to show up in Inauguration Day, get sworn in, and make America great again.
Okay. Boom. So, look, regardless of what happens here, I think...
Okay. This is such a weird... So strange. Let's watch one other moment. But imagine having the... Nah, I'm not going to say that. It's just, this whole dynamic is strange. That's where I'm going to leave it. Let's go forward.
Right now that we're kind of going through. But your thoughts with...
Well, in regard to the security, Pat, why in God's earth would Trump trust an outdoor inauguration with the security run by the same people who have been trying to destroy him for all these years? The Secret Service, the FBI, zero trust. They have dropped the ball how many times? And their trust is at an all-time low, right? And that time, I don't think it's about, tradition, especially with that inauguration. It's about safety, okay? And when let's think about it. Let's take a step back. If God forbid something happens, what happens? You're saying like the people will go crazy. I think these type of globalists, they think so far ahead, Pat, that if something happens to him and we blame Russia did it, or we blame,
Oh, yeah. Let's finish on that point because this gets really funky. But first, let me respond to what has been said so far.
Before Luke Beasley gets into this, I want to say, first of all, this Vincent Oshana guy is just a lunatic. I mean, at least Adam, he obviously, in my mind, has some really bad positions, but he doesn't seem like just an insane person. Vinny, he's out there orbiting planets that they haven't even discovered yet. One thing that I would say with this, if the deep state is, they're all out to get Trump and you can't trust the CIA and the FBI and all these other organizations that he's going to be working with as president, he could have gone back to being a private citizen, and just running scam businesses. He didn't have to run for president again. There's no law that said that Donald Trump had to be president. But the other thing that I would say about this is every president is under threat. That's why we have the Secret Service and all the security and everything that we have for the president. So is Trump so unique? We've had 2 presidents get assassinated. Ronald Reagan was shot. So it's not like Trump is the first person for this to ever happen to, for the first president that had an attempt on their life. So is he just not going to go out in public at all? I mean, that, I think there's a 0% chance that Trump would not attend his own inauguration. I mean, he just loves the limelight too much, so he's going to be there. But I don't see where there's anything unique with Donald Trump in terms of him being in danger that doesn't affect any other president. The deep state stuff, this Vinny is, like so many MAGA people, is just a conspiracy theorist. He's a lunatic, he's a conspiracy theorist, and everything is a conspiracy. So Donald Trump, this is just my opinion. I don't work for the Secret Service, and neither does Vinny, but I don't see that there's any more danger to Donald Trump being harmed than there is with any other president. If Kamala Harris were being sworn in on Monday, it would be just as dangerous for her, if not as it is for Donald Trump. So this is just crazy talk.
How do I keep this properly, professionally, and personally vague? I know someone personally that has been on the details for stuff like this, and I thus feel personal offense in some sense when they question the dedication to the job of the people protecting whoever it might be. You can point to security failures like the Butler assassination attempt, and then the golf course one, it felt like I got too close, but that one was stopped by Secret Service. But this idea that all these people want Trump to get hurt, I do find insulting when, even if they have the belief that I do, that Trump is terrible, they still understand the importance of keeping these leaders physically safe and put their life on the line in the interest of that. And there's not some deep state conspiracy to get Trump. The people who tried to, we've learned about who they were, and they weren't connected to some deep state plot or something, but just lunatics. And then if, around here, we're in DC still, and if you're looking at all the preparations, all these preparations, and I would say actually, as opposed to a rally in some random rural area, right, sort of far out and not that many people come to protect, an inauguration's where Trump's going to be very, very safe. They have all the protocol in place.
And Luke Beasley is exactly right about this. This will probably be the safest inauguration in history because they're going to have every safeguard that they can have in there that they possibly can have. And this is what's silly to me with conspiracy theories. You have to look at what's most logical, and which conspiracy theories don't. And conspiracy theorists like these Patrick Bet-David guys. If the deep state wanted to take someone out, they wouldn't just be like, we're going to be lax with the security so some insane person can maybe do something. I mean, that you'd have a probably not great probability of that working out for the deep state. Instead, why would the deep state not put their own Secret Service guys in there, or men or women, and have them do the job? I mean, it's just insane. In Russia, when Putin wants to get rid of somebody, they just fall out a window. They don't have, Putin wants to take this person out, so they're going to have some random crazy person take a shot at them or whatever. I mean, it just makes no sense. But conspiracy theorists don't have to make sense, and conspiracy theories don't have to make sense. They never back any of this up with any kind of facts or any logic, and that's how most of MAGA works, and particularly Vincent Oshana and these other people affiliated with Patrick Bet-David. But let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Do you think it's going to be a safe inauguration for Trump? Do you think the deep state is out to get him? I don't believe that. I think everything's going to be as safe as it possibly could be, and Trump is in no more or less danger than any other president. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to give me a like and subscribe so I can keep bringing out more content like this if this is something that you enjoy watching. This is Chris on Culture. I'll see you in the next video.